Hey everyone. So, it's apparent that over the last few videos, I've completely neglected the camping and overlanding side of my channel. So today I kind of want to, one, just show me camping, but more importantly, to go over how I go about finding various campsites and areas that I can camp in. And then tomorrow when I leave camp, I think I'll show like real time, as real time as this can get, how I'm gonna decide where I go and what I do to, I don't know, kind of determine my direction of travel. If you're new here, my name's Eric. After getting laid off from my job in 2023, I decided to sell my house and travel around the country while living out of my 2019 Jeep Wrangler. So follow along while I wander around the country, flying by the seat of my pants, never planning ahead, and letting serendipity take the wheel. So this campsite I'm going to was described as a creekside dream. So we will see if that actually is a legitimate description or not. Getting close here. Oh yeah, that is that will do. Let's get turned around and pulled in. So ordinarily, this is the time of night where I would build up a campfire to keep all the bugs away, especially the mosquitoes. But in this part of Washington, there's a burn ban pretty much everywhere. So even though there's a stream right there and it's been raining today, I want to make sure that I don't burn the forest down. So we will forego this tonight, and I'll just use bug spray like crazy. Make sure that I don't get bitten. But yeah, so we will be cooking dinner on the propane without a campfire or anything. But it's still early enough to relax by the fire ring. Not quite the same as a campfire, but it'll have to do. I don't typically set up these fairy lights, but there were enough people driving by on the road looking to camp here that I wanted it to look more like a campsite and less like I'm a squatter or something. So while that heats up, I think I'm gonna toast some hamburger buns, but I think I need a little butter. One burger. This is Walmart hamburger meat, and I think it's some of the worst hamburger I've ever had. It's kind of gross, but it was cheaper than Safeway or any other normal grocery store. So I got one more Blockbuster beer. Time to drink that one tonight, along with my burger. And then we'll get into how I find campsites. I am in my little cocoon here for the night. Got my laptop. So when we're talking about camping and stuff and how I find sites, let me pull this up and we will basically go over how I kind of determine where I'm going to camp or where I'm going to go next. And it's not super complicated, but it's kind of the process I use. So here we go. So I've got my browser open, and I use Google Chrome. You can use whatever browser you want to. I have 3 tabs open. One is Google Maps, one is iOverlander, and one is GAIA GPS. Now, this morning, I started out, I stopped for coffee down here, and here, let me just zoom in. So here you see Seattle. Here's Tacoma, just to get frame of reference. But this morning I was down here, stopped in Grand Mound for some coffee, and was looking at Capitol State Forest as a place to camp. It looks fairly large with, I don't know, various lakes and other stuff around. So it looks like there's a lot of options for camping in this area. So I start with that, kind of just picking out an area to kind of focus on for searching. So I'll step over here to iOverlander, and I've already kind of searched. So here's Grand Mound, and pull this up, and you'll see. Okay, so let me go back a little. So I searched for Capitol State Forest, and it pulled up the Capitol State Forest. Now we'll go into here. This is just the iOverlander.com website. And I have an account, but I don't have a paid subscription for this. This is all free. So I'll turn off all the layers and then turn on only established campgrounds, informal campsites, and wild camping. Most of the free stuff is called wild camping, so boondocking, etc. An informal campsite would be like a Walmart parking lot or something like that. So it's not technically a campsite, but sometimes you can stay overnight. And then obviously established campgrounds. So I select that. In here, I won't select any of these for now. And then here, I usually like to try like within 3 months or 6 months. Mainly that will get rid of some search results that may have been closed down, or especially with like informal campsites, people will camp on a certain spot, and then when landowners or authorities or whoever find out people are doing that. So like a Walmart parking lot, they get tired of having to pick up the trash and stuff from irresponsible people, and so they put up signs that say no camping or no overnight parking or anything like that. So this helps weed some of those out. So I usually select 3 months, and then so you'll see that reduced the number of options. So I could put that up to like 6 months, and you'll get like a few more options. But so anyway, I was looking in kind of in this area and saw this when I was searching. So Creekside Dream, wild camping. So you can actually pull up the more details and view the map up here, and then down here a bigger description and then pictures. It did look pretty nice and lush, so that's what I was aiming for when I took off this morning. And I was fully expecting it to already be taken, which a lot of times anything posted on iOverlander is taken when I get there. But if I plan right, I usually try to get to a new campsite or whatever before 3 p.m. Usually around 4 and 5 p.m. is when people are looking to make camp and make dinner and set up a camp. So I try to get there way before that, or else the sites are taken. So then also I will take this area and I'll go over to GAIA GPS. So I've got that pulled up already. So I'll zoom in approximately where the camp is. And it's along this D line road. And you'll see that there's other campgrounds along here, which tells me that it's a popular area to camp, and these could be backup options for me if this other other campsite from iOverlander is already taken. So we'll come back here. So you see D line here, and this one here is the Creekside Dream. So it's roughly in between those two campgrounds, if I have this zoomed in correctly. But the other thing you'll notice, all these dotted 2 lines here, those are all forest roads. So some of these forest roads are going to be open, some will be gated, but this tells me that even if the campgrounds are full or that Creekside Dream campsite is taken, there are tons of forest roads out there that I could drive down and find a spot to camp on. So, and then if I zoom in a little bit more, I can actually see elevation as well. So there's 1,000 feet, there's 800 feet. It doesn't really matter as much here in Washington, but sometimes if you're trying to stay cool, if it's 90, 95 degrees down in the valley, for every 1,000 feet you go up, I think you lose 5 degrees. I think I'm remembering that right. So these contour lines actually matter when I'm trying to find a camp that's cool enough to stay at and not, sweat all night long. So that's pretty much it. So this is where I'd go to my phone and pull up this in. So I can, like right here, I can add to favorites, and then go to my phone, pull up my favorites, and it would be in there. Well, that is pretty much all there is to it. All that's left is in the morning, I will pull up that favorite and click the open in maps and plug the phone into the Jeep, and the Google Maps will tell me where to go. Well, this morning I went for a short walk down the forest road. And it's where I took all the pictures of the flowers and stuff. That was all within like not even a quarter mile of the campsite. But as soon as I got back to camp, it started raining. So I packed up camp as quickly as possible and then drove up here to the top of the ridge to finish out this video and then to get internet access and get things uploaded. Thought about pulling up the internet and showing you how I access the saved campsite on my phone, but realized it doesn't really do any good because I'm already there. So I can't really show you, you know, how it'll tie into Google Maps and show you a route to a campsite. So I think I'll just leave that here. If anybody has questions about the apps or how to use them or anything like that, feel free to drop something in the comments and I'll do my best to answer everybody. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this week's video. Thanks for coming along, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week.